The first segment is just going to be catching up on the United States Women's National Team news. Like I said, this week they played two different friendlies, both against Colombia. The matches were played down in Orlando, Florida at Exploria Stadium. For those of you who don't know what Exploria Stadium is, that is where the Orlando Pride of the NWSL play all of their home matches. It's a beautiful stadium and really nice weather, especially for the players because it's cold in all the northern parts of the United States right now. So playing down south gives them a bit more of favorable weather conditions so that they don't get hurt as easily, which is great. But anyway, so on Monday they played against Colombia January 18th at about 6 p.m. Central Time, and they came out of that match victorious. They won by a scoreline of 4-0. The Tower of Power herself, Sammy Mui, had a hat trick, which was just absolutely wonderful to see. It's been a lot of fun as a United States Women's National Team fan, seeing her grow and progress over the last few years. It seems like right before the 2019 World Cup, she started to get on the radar of Jill Ellis, and then ever since then, she's just been on a constant upward trajectory to the point where, in my opinion, she is in the top five in women's midfielders in the entire world. But anyways, I digress a little bit. How did she score those three goals? The first one was an assist from Pino, Megan Rapinoe, that is, sent a cross, or a little pass, I should say, to Sam, who's sprinting into the box, and she put that one away. Second goal, can't remember off the top of my head. All I know is that she scored it, and she did really well. Actually, now that I'm talking about it, it's jogging my memory. Second goal, Lindsey Horan feeds Carly Lloyd a long ball from the left wing. Carly Lloyd heads it back to Sam, who's currently waiting just outside of the goalkeeper's area, and she heads it in for her second goal. Then, last but not least, in the 46th minute, I believe 20 seconds into the second half, Lindsey Horan wins the U.S. a penalty, which who else besides Sam Mewis would take it? She steps up, slots it home, and gets her hat trick. And also, since they scored 4 goals, who else would score it besides her sister? Christy Mewis ended up scoring the 4th goal for the U.S. that day. Carly Lloyd ended up feeding her a nice ball in which she finished very well on the left side of the net, which so many I'm trying to remember acronyms maybe is the right word for it, euphemisms for the Mewis sisters like Mewtwo, Mew-Y, Mew-Wee, the Tower of Power, the Towers of Power. So many awesome nicknames for those two can come out of these games, and we're absolutely loving it. I'm just glad that those two have had one heck of a year, and it seems to only be getting better for them, so full credit to them. Couple side notes from that particular match. Carly Lloyd had 2 assists, Lindsey Horan took 1, and so did Megan Rapinoe. If you guys are curious about what my post-match reaction and observations were for that particular match, I will link that video also down in the description below for your viewing pleasure whenever you're ready. So there is that. Moving on a little bit further into Game 2, which actually took place just a few days ago, Friday, January 22nd, at the very same Exploria Stadium in Orlando, Florida. This time around, the U.S., I think, adjusted some things, and they came away victorious by a score of 6-0. Some big lines for that. Mitch Purse and Katarina Macario both scored their first international goals for the United States in the particular match. So shout out to both of them. That's absolutely fantastic. We love seeing excellent players get a great start to their careers, and I think they did just that. Carly Lloyd in that particular game bagged another assist. So within 2 games, Carly Lloyd had 3 assists. Not too bad for not playing within the last 9 months. So full credit to Carly Lloyd for that. The U.S. had over 20 plus corners, I think, as of the 79th minute. So it shows you how much on the front foot they really were for that particular game. And with that game winding down, I believe now they're at a streak of 270 plus minutes without allowing a shot on goal, which is absolutely that blows my mind. They not even just a goal, like just not giving up a goal in that amount of time is impressive. Not giving up a shot on goal though, wow, at that point you're just not even giving your opponents a chance. So full credit to the U.S. for doing that. The last bit of U.S. Women's National Team news that we have now that these friendlies have come to a close, we will not see the United States back in action for about another 3.5 weeks when the She Believes Cup kicks off. For those of you who don't know what the She Believes Cup is, the She Believes Cup is a U.S. hosted tournament each and every year that they put on just to get the national team some international competition. They invite 3 other teams, they do some pool play, and then they just have some fun and get ready for big competitions like the Olympics this summer. But I digress. Their next match is going to be on Wednesday, February 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm not sure where you can watch that particular match. I believe it's FS1 the last I checked. Not sure if that'll change between now and then, but there is that as well. They will be facing off against Christine Sinclair and the rest of the Canadian squad. Features players like Sophie Smith, Janine Becky, and the like. It'll be an awesome game to see. Maybe we'll even see Kaylin Sheridan of Sky Blue feature in that particular match because she has been on fire in the NWSL. All right, guys. So that'll do it for the first segment, which is the US Women's National Team news. Any other news that I might have missed, feel free to jump down to the comments below. And as always, let me know. Let's go into the second segment